the data. What's going on?
Blog Talk Radio.
This is the all-new Some Kind of Radio Show, starring the one, the only, Earl McCune. Now here's your host, me, Earl McCune. Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages. Welcome to another fun-filled and exciting episode of Some Kind of Radio Show here on blogtalkradio.com. It is March 15th, 2014, 6 p.m. Here we are again for another fun-filled week. What a fun-filled week I've had. Let me tell you about my week before we get into the subject here of movies and TV remakes. I had a little bit of a knee surgery here. On Thursday morning, I had to have what is called a knee plica removed, a band of tissue in my knee. It was an arthroscopic procedure, but still after a couple of days, I still got to keep my foot and leg elevated. It's still pretty swollen. I was having some pain for about the last 3 or 4 months. Every time I'd bend my knee or try to get down on my knee or do something crazy. Right now, just, needless to say, I can't even get on my knee because it's still pretty swollen. But other than that, I've had some exciting things coming up here with this show. We've been talking. I've got myself a co-host. I'm expecting him to call in at any time here now. His name is Mike Malone, a good buddy of mine. He's going to be co-hosting at his convenience on this show when he gets a sec here and there. It's going to be a lot of fun having Mike on. He's a great guy. You guys will love him. You should be calling in any time now. Also, we got some guests booked here for the next few shows coming up. Next week's show is going to be awesome. We're going to have a guy, he does food challenges all over the world. He's got 170 food challenge wins to his credit. His name is Mr. Randy Santel. Randy's a fitness expert. He has a couple websites. We'll talk more about that next week with Randy when he comes on, but that's a show we're going to all be looking forward to. We're talking about all his food challenge wins and where he's been and what he's doing and his future plans. Following week's show, I have a tentative guest set up here. We've talked a little bit. We kind of got a tentative date set up, but it's not 100% set in stone. It's all going to be based on his schedule. PBA bowler, Mr. Man. Who am I kidding myself? Jack Jurek, the man himself, Jack Jurek. I had a brain fart for a minute. I was looking at my notes and reading something else, and I couldn't even remember Jack's name. Sorry, Jack. Jack's a great guy. I met him a few years ago back in Taylor, Michigan. No lap dance jokes. Long story. We'll talk about it another time for that. But Jack, probably if not the nicest guy in the professional bowlers tour. He's got a lot of things going on in the business world. We're going to talk about his bowling career and many other things going on with Jack. It would be good to have Jack on, talk about the tour. And then we're going to move on the following week after that. We're going to have for you sci-fi buffs out there. I don't know how many of you follow Star Trek Phase 2. It's an online Star Trek fan series. We're going to have the guy that plays Scotty, Mr. Charles Root. And this guy is going to be awesome. And we got some calls coming in. Matter of fact, I'm going to take my co-host call real quick, and we're going to bring him in real quick. I think this is Mikey. I'm going to bring Mikey up right now. Mike, is that you? What's up, Mikey?
This is Mikey.
Mikey, what's up, brother?
Mikey. Yeah.
You sound like Mikey.
What's up?
Oh,
Yeah.
not much, brother. How you doing? You sound great.
Not bad. Hey,
You sound great for a retiree.
Retiree.
Yeah, retiree.
Not that old, man.
Oh, come on. You know,
No.
Hey, I was just looking at some of these TV and movie remakes we were talking about. I know one movie that you're pretty fond of, and I think they really should think about doing a remake is Dreamer. I mean, give me your thoughts on that there, Mike.
Yeah, the senior tour.
Yeah.
I would like to see something along those lines. I guess I hear Jack Black is going to be making a bowling movie that, based on Pete Weber.
Yeah.
I think it's in the making right now. That's going to be actually pretty funny, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I think that'd be a great one. I think that's going to be awesome.
Because we've been around Pete. We know how he is.
Oh yeah, well, Pete's pretty tame. He's a nice guy. I mean, he did give you a nice compliment in the bathroom one time.
Oh yeah, well, that's a moment. That is a moment I will never forget.
Yeah, I bet.
Would you like me to share this? Would you like me to share the story?
Oh, that'd be awesome if you would. And for those of you waiting on the line, please hang tight. We do got a couple calls on the line. Hang tight. We're going to talk with Mike here for a few, then we'll take your calls. Go ahead, Mike.
All right. About 10 years ago or so, I was working at a bowling center here in Morgantown, West Virginia, where I'm working at again. We had Storm come down. Him and Jimmy Johnson, they did a big pro-am and a tournament there that day. It was a really good day. Unfortunately, the place was packed, and I couldn't leave the counter, not even to go to the bathroom. And I worked a nice little 9-hour shift without a bathroom break.
But you actually worked?
Yeah, believe it or not, I stand to make that counter look good. But anyway,
yeah, you hold it up very nice, I've heard.
Yeah, that day I had trouble holding it. And I couldn't do much of anything, but so come quitting time, I'm sitting in the bar having a beer with them, and so I'm like, oh, God, and I see Pete walking to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, as soon as he goes, man, I'm going to just do some damage. And he comes out of the bathroom, and I go in, close the stall door, do my thing. I wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. I mean, this is me, and I couldn't stand it. Remember that time we hit your mom's house?
Oh, yes, I do. I can never forget that, Mike.
God bless your mom. She took it well. But while I was
Mike,
in the
we all
middle
took
of
it well.
Yeah, I know. Too well, thank you for understanding. But long story short, the door opens up again, and I was so embarrassed by the stench that I laid out, I didn't even want to look to see who was in that bathroom. So I go out, I go wash my hands, I look off to the side, here's Weber again. He said, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He goes, that was you? I went, yes. He goes, good one. You can smell it. You can smell it.
That's
what
pretty good, man. Yeah, I don't know what you say to that. I have no idea. How do you even respond to that?
I just went, thanks.
Well, obviously he didn't compliment you on your bowling game, Mike, so.
He never did, never will. No one will. I get compliments, though. I do get compliments on the tour. Thank you for donating to the prize fund.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
That's
I'm sure they do.
I've got. Yeah.
Well, we had a caller drop off the line. If that caller still wants to call in right now and talk to us, we definitely would be taking your calls here for the next 21 minutes. Guest call-in number 347-989-8810. Talk with myself and Mr. Mike Malone, my new co-host. And we got another call. Mike, hang on, we're going to take a call here. Hey, you ready for a call? Let's take a call.
Yep.
Good evening. You are live on the air on blogtalkradio.com, some kind of radio show. Who's this?
Am I live?
You are live.
Earl McCune, how are you, buddy? You know who this is?
Oh, my God. Jesus, it's Kenny Powers. How the hell are you, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you been?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. You still got Mike on the line with you, too?
Yeah. Hey, say hello to Mike.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
What's up, buddy? Good.
Not too much. I'm doing okay.
Go Pittsburgh. Oh, wait, you hate
Oh,
Pittsburgh.
God, they suck.
So you said go Pittsburgh, my dog's going nuts. This is crazy.
Pittsburgh sucks.
Cleveland Swallows.
Pittsburgh blows.
We need to do a TV and movie remake about Pittsburgh versus Cleveland blowing and swallowing. I mean, that would make the
I agree.
top 10 at the porno shows, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I will say this. One of the best movies ever come out of Pittsburgh. Kingpin.
That was made in Pittsburgh?
It was made in Pittsburgh, Beaver County, just north of it.
Uh-huh.
It was made in the Pittsburgh suburbs.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow.
You know where they the night that Roy got his hand chopped off in that bowling center?
Yes.
That place is called Beaver Valley Bowl. It's in Beaver, PA.
Is it still there?
It's still there.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, Mike, you know this because it involves beaver, and I know you know all about beaver, so that's why you know all about it.
Oh,
Well, listen, you guys, the reason why I'm calling is I wanted to let you know how I've been doing lately when it comes to the bowling.
Yeah, we're all ears. Go ahead.
Okay, so we got about probably 3 weeks left of regular season, and then we have 2 weeks of the playoffs, and my team is actually going to be in the playoffs. We won the second third of the season. We're in our third now, which we're not doing too hot, but my average has gone way up now. It's at 204 right now, and it's been held there for probably 2-3 months now.
Awesome, Kenny. Great, man.
There's a decimal point in it now.
What's that?
I said my average has a decimal point in it now, the way I've been bowling.
Yeah.
I've been America's favorite cheerleader.
Yeah.
But you guys, so I've been doing very well with the bowling. I actually got another ball. It's called Complete Envy. It's an older ball, obviously. You guys know which one I'm talking about. But that's been my starting ball every week for league, and I've rarely had to switch balls and move left on the approach and swing it out, except for last night when the oil was so freaking soupy out there. I really had to move left and just play it right in the oil, right in the middle, and it just held. I shot 207 the first game, then I shot 222, and then 222 again. So another highlight of my career this year, Earl, is I shot 781 probably, I think it was probably a month ago. I think I shot 781. That's the highest ever, and I missed an 800 by, do the math, you can figure that out. But I think I had posted it on my Facebook page.
Absolutely. Nice bowling, man. Hey, you'll be interested in this in a couple of weeks. I don't know if you heard. I got tentatively scheduled Jack Jurek to come on and guest on this show.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a great show. I was talking to Jack yesterday, and I was kind of telling him what we're doing here, and he's on board. It's all tentative on his schedule, so I'm going to see what he's got going on. But right now, he tentatively agreed to come on the show in a couple of weeks. So I know that'll be one you definitely want to call in on, and you can get a lot of good input from Jack. He's been out there.
Oh yes, I will most definitely call in on that. Oh yes.
He's been out there a good 30 years almost.
Yeah, it's been a long time for him.
Yeah. Mike knows Jack pretty well, so Mike.
He is a very classy person.
Very nice guy.
I will give you this perspective on how classy he is. I saw him up at Cuyahoga Falls at a regional. Okay. Mm-hmm. I walk in the building. He's getting done with his squad. He's got a phone in one hand, a drink in the other, keys. Just hands full.
Mm-hmm.
And he literally situated himself to where his right hand was free, so he could shake my hand.
Oh wow!
Now that doesn't personify class. I mean,
yes, I agree. I totally agree with you guys on that one.
I've never had. Then there was one particular story. Earl knows where I'm going with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor, Michigan. 2008, we went up there. Remember that, Earl?
Oh, how could I forget that, Mikey?
Someone's spouse got a little soused and decided to shake the booty. Pretty much on his front leg. Hold on.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm on my cell phone. I just got home.
Okay.
Mike, you having canine love again?
Yeah.
Put a whole new ring to the phrase in the doghouse.
Oh,
we're 15 minutes into the show. We're already a train wreck, but that's okay. Hey, guys, hang on the line, man. We're going to take a brief pause.
All right.
What's going on?
Hi, I'm Debbie McKim from Some Kind of Bowling Show. Are you looking for a great laugh? Then come on over to YouTube and check us out. We have new skits, shows, and remastered classics. You can also find us at facebook.com/bowling show. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
Okay, we are back with myself, Earl McCune, Mike Malone, and Kenny Powers here on the all-new Some Kind of Radio show here on blogtalkradio.com.
How y'all doing?
14 and a half minutes left to go. Doing well. I got one more caller on the line. You guys hang on a minute. We're going to see who this is. I think it might, I promised my little girl she can come and say hello, so I'm going to put her on.
Okay.
Laura, you on?
Yes.
Hi, honey. How are you?
Good.
Okay.
Hi, Lori.
So, tell me about what the movie you wanted to see last week. You wanted to talk about.
I want to talk about RoboCop.
Yeah, you saw RoboCop, didn't you? The movie remake. Did you like it?
Uh-huh. It was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. What was your favorite part?
When RoboCop was running like a banshee.
Oh, my.
Okay. Well, hey, Lori, we're gonna go back to the show. Why don't you say hello to Mike and Kenny real quick, and we're gonna talk to these guys a little bit longer.
Okay.
You can say
Hi,
hi to
Lori.
them.
It's Uncle Mikey.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, Lori,
How you
thanks for calling in, honey.
Good.
Okay, honey, we're gonna go. We're gonna still talk a little more show here. Okay, we'll call you in a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Bye, honey. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I promised her she could call in, so I told her
She
wanted
sounds
to
cute,
call in.
Earl.
That's
Oh yeah, she's something else.
Getting back to the subject at hand, I would love to see a remake of Dreamer. That is
Oh yeah.
one movie that's one movie I'm proud to have in my collection.
Yes, and actually, I wanted to thank you for that copy of Dreamer, Mike. I appreciate it.
No problem. You ever watched it? You had to give it to you like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I actually did. I actually sat and watched it. I loved it. Kenny, have you ever seen that movie? You ever seen Dreamer?
No, I've never seen it.
Mike, for those of you those who don't know, tell Kenny a little bit about Dreamer.
One second.
He probably has an itch, knowing him. You know, he does that.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Dreamer is about a guy in the Midwest who wants to be a pro bowler. He's very good in his hometown. He just wants to make it to the big time. That's all he cares about. PBA, everything. Practice after hours. He's got a coach, girlfriend, works, helps him out and everything. And he finally makes it to the big one, what they call the Grand Championship, and makes it all the way to the finals, and he bowls Dick Weber.
Oh, my.
And you have Chris Schenkel, Bo Burton doing the commentary. It's wild.
Wow. I'll have to go look that up on YouTube.
It's not on YouTube. But the only thing
It's not on YouTube at all.
Oh, okay.
The trailer is on YouTube.
Okay.
It's almost impossible to find. I scoured for months trying
Wow.
to find it.
I'm one of the lucky few that has it.
Yeah, you're not the only one. But, I would gladly make you a copy if you want it. You're friends with me on Facebook. Just private message me your address.
Okay.
And first chance you get, I got a DVD recorder here.
Mm-hmm.
And, more than gladly help you out.
Okay, yeah, most definitely, yes. Now that you guys are talking about PBA, I got to ask you guys a question.
Okay, we're all ears. Go ahead, Kenny.
Okay, here's my question. Did you guys think that it was a good idea to put the blue dye on the oil patterns this year, or do you think it was wrong to do? Because it seemed like when they put the blue dye down, it was making it easier for the pros to, throw better shots in that. Like, what is your opinion on that?
Mike, you go ahead and go first on that one, then I'll give my response.
I thought it was a good idea because it gave the fans, they did it for the fans, basically.
Mm-hmm.
to show you how it happens to the lanes, like how you hear countless times the lane just dried out. You know, they got too dry. My ball started hooking after the third and fourth game. Then now, with that blue dye, you see why. Where before you couldn't. It was just invisible. I think the blue dye was a great idea to educate the fans of what actually goes, even with a house shot.
Right.
You know, I did like the split screen, like before practice and after the semifinals. They did a split screen of it. And you saw all the marks on the lanes where the ball's been hit. And
Yeah, I
hit
saw.
left of it.
Mhm.
So yeah, in my opinion, yeah, I think it was a good idea. They should do it. I mean, they should do it during qualifying. You might see the scores go up big time, but you know, it's something to educate the fans of what we as PDA members go through during the course of time.
Yeah.
Now let me give you my input. I agree with Mike to the extent, yes, it was great for the TV show. I don't like it in the sense of regular tournament play or even league competition. I think it would make a great teaching aid, you know, for lessons and things like that. You know, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the pictures from some of the pros posting on their Facebook about their balls are actually, the blue is soaking into the bowling ball. You know, the dye is. And like, say, me, who goes out once and God knows how many times a year, I mean, sometimes once a year, maybe none, you know, I don't have the money to replace equipment and just for blue dye on my bowling ball. You know, I just don't think it's a good idea. Now, for the show and, you know, those guys that are, you know, I think it's great in that aspect. I think it'd make a great teaching aid, but they need to work on a little bit better of a dye or something that, you know, doesn't soak into the bowling ball. I know that sounds impossible, but you know, I just think that's my opinion. And, yeah, where it wipes off. I think it's because it soaks into the equipment. I think it's bad for that aspect of it. But
yeah, they would have to come up with a different way.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with, like I said, I agree with Mike. I think it's great for the fans because layman Joe Blow, who watches it every Sunday, don't understand what it means by the heads are drying out or this is they don't understand it. They say, oh, the lane's there, go bowl. You know, it's just like amateur bowlers will look out, hey, I can shoot 250, I can shoot 260, hell, I shot 300. Okay, well, go do it on what these guys bowl on a weekly basis. You couldn't do it. I'm sorry. It just doesn't happen, and I know Mike 100% agrees with that.
Oh, yeah, I've seen 300s on heads that are absolutely fried.
Yeah, and you know, those guys are lofting it out over gutter caps, hitting the 26 board, swinging it out to the 4 board, and still striking. You know, I mean, that's amazing.
That sounds like my anchor bowler in league.
Hey Kenny, you want a good YouTube video that'll show you? Look up Jason Belmonte. Look up Jason Belmonte tile shot. He's bowling on 1 and 2. He's bowling on 1 and 2. He's lined up by the wall. Okay. Lined up by the wall. And he's not on the approach at all. He's actually on the tiles, the side lane 1. Mm-hmm. And I know darn well he lofted that ball 30 feet.
Wow.
Of course,
I've seen that video, Mike. That is something else.
Yeah. It just disgusts me with what those guys can do with a bowling ball.
Oh, I know. Scares me, and I'm fearless.
Yeah. Especially when you're bowling me.
Oh, yeah.
And we're bowling for beers. But you know what? When we bowl for beer, there's never any reason.
Oh, hey, next time we do go bowl and I'm able to bowl again, you know, want to go for splits again like we used to for shots?
Yeah. Oh my! I remember one time. Then we'll get back to we only have a few more minutes to talk about the remake.
Yeah, we got about 5.5 minutes to go.
Okay, I was bowling with my buddy Chuck Fisher-Keller. He lives in St. Clairsville, Ohio now. Great bowler. Mm-hmm. He was down practicing one day, and I said, hey, Jaeger bombs, throw a strike. Drilled the pocket, 10 in the pit, bottom of Jaeger bomb. I said, double or nothing, solid 8. Ripped the pocket again, that 8 didn't move.
Wow.
I went, are you kidding me?
So you threw a Randy Peterson then when you left the stone 8?
Yeah. And the next shot, I said, double or nothing again, 7-10. hit light in the pocket 7 times it up.
Wow.
What the? Yeah, it's like he was programmed to do that.
Wow. Talk about a remake, huh?
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one. But one remake I wish they never would have made. Two of them. I'm a big horror movie lover.
No, not you.
Yeah. But
Oh, you said
my favorite
horror movie. I'm sorry. I didn't know what you were getting at. Go ahead, Mike.
What's that?
You said horror. I thought you said the word that starts with a W. I didn't want to go there.
No. Horror. However you want to pronounce it.
Horror. Okay.
Yeah. They never should have remade Halloween.
Nope.
And they never should have remade Friday the 13th. They never should have done that. And they put it in a series. Remember that late 80s, early 90s, Friday the 13th
Yes.
series? Yeah, no way. And like my favorite horror franchise is the Phantasm movies. With the silver ball and everything that flies through the air. Those are my favorite movies of all time. They were talking about remaking it. And I was like, no. It'll never happen.
Mike, what about when they remade A Nightmare on Elm Street?
I like the fact that Kelly Leak was Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Remember Kelly Leak, Bad News Bears, Jackie Earl Haley? Yeah.
Yep. And that ties into what my daughter called about. And that ties in because he was in RoboCop as well. So he's done some great remakes lately.
Oh yeah, I liked him in the Watchmen.
He might be the new king of movie remakes. I'm thinking that's how it's going to be. Jackie Earl Haley is going to be the king of movie remakes.
He was good. I mean, some of his movies. I mean, he was off the charts, not off the charts, but off the radar for a long time.
Wow.
And then he comes back. Now he's making movies all the time.
Yeah, he's got a career. It's really starting to go somewhere now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I remember when he played in Semi-Pro as that dirty hippie.
Yeah. That was pretty good.
I remember that too. That was hilarious.
Another good Jackie Earl Haley movie you ever come across is about a bunch of teenagers go down to Tijuana to lose their virginity. It's called Losing It. And it's also a really early Tom Cruise movie. It is absolutely hilarious. Some of the stuff he gets into is just wow. It's funny stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know, like the Amityville Horror, they remade that. They had Ryan Reynolds in it. I didn't really care for that too much. Nothing beats an original.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how can you improve on something that's been almost perfected by someone else?
Right.
You know, maybe like with Rob Zombie and Halloween, maybe he wanted to put his own spin on it. I mean, it was good. I liked them, but they never should have done it. It takes away from the original.
Absolutely. Well, we got about a minute and a half, guys. I wanted to thank you both for coming on. We're going to talk real quick about next week's show. This one won't be one to miss. We have food eating champion Randy Santel. I don't know if, obviously Mike has seen him. Mike's done a spoof of Randy on some kind of bowling show site.
I saw that video.
Randy is a world-class championship eater, bodybuilder, fitness expert. He's going to be on next week with us next Saturday night at 6 p.m. for a half hour. We're going to talk about all his food challenges and everything, what he's up to, his new website. Go ahead, Mike.
When I call in next week, should I be Arnold?
I think it should be Maps. I
You do not understand. I want to be Arnold. I got to talk like Arnold when I'm on here. Okay.
And of course, you know, like I said before, we got about 50 seckons left. We got the following week. We're going to have PBA champion Jack Jurek, two-time PBA champion, winner of two-time Steve Nagy Award winner. You know, he's a great guy. Mark, probably the nicest guy on the PBA tour. That's going to be a great show. And then after the week after that will be Charles Root from Star Trek Phase 2. So we'll have some great guests coming up the next few weeks, guys. So
and I'm also going to try to, as you know, as we talked about on Facebook, I'm good friends with Danny Wiseman too. So I want to talk to him at some point, shoot him a text or something, and have him get in touch with you.
Oh yeah, Well, hey, Mike, we got to go, man. Guys, we'll see you next week. Thanks for calling in, guys.
All right, guys.
All right, sure thing, man. See you next week.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in tonight to Some Kind of Radio Show here on blogtalkradio.com. Tune in next week for our next show.